Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we back. We're gonna break some news on that submarine Titanic that's lost at the Atlantic. We're gonna cover that, y'all. So it's gonna be a rough ride, buddy. It's gonna be a rough ride, buddy. If you feel as though that the air compressor is coming out the building, a mask will drop down, firmly place it over your head, breathe in, and then pass it to the person next to you, because we're going to get into it. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, let me pull out some history about that Titanic. Not the Titanic. They want to go do some history on that. You know what I'm saying? But was it really the Titanic that they was going down there to do history on, y'all? Who know about the IGBO tribe? Who know about the IGBO tribe? We doing history now, y'all. We teaching right now, y'all, this morning. We did a little exploring, but right now we teaching, y'all. Who know about it's the missing Titanic tour submarine? You know what I'm saying? It's at the bottom of the Atlantic. There's people on board. Their mission, they specialists who are passive about science, they passionate about history, and they're passionate about recording the conditions and deterioration of the ironic shipwreck known as the Titanic. Right? But then I ask myself, ladies and gentlemen, because black folks don't have money. We don't know. We only go by what they tell us, right? They go to space. They travel to now undersea. And see a museum that they got underwater, y'all. Y'all know about the museum underwater. And as I was saying about the IGBO people, right? The IGBO people, you know, they was Africans enslaved that crossed the transatlantic slave trade. Who know about the transatlantic slave trade? Who know about that? Right? And it's ironic we're doing the video down here near the water, right? See, the ancestors brought me down here this morning, and it was weighing heavy on my heart to wake the peoples up to the truth. You know, I ain't here to bash you. I ain't here to mislead you. I'm here just to tell the truth. So the ancestors brought me down here this morning to talk about that submarine, Titanic submarine that's missing in the Atlantic Ocean. Know about that because they covering that story like crazy. But my thing is this, right? Like I said about the IGBO people, IGBO. Google IGBO warriors, right? Legend has it that in 1803, at St. Simons Island, Georgia, a group of 75 IGBO warriors from what is now Nigro committed mass suicide by drowning rather than beginning life in America as slaves. The IGBO people, y'all. You know what I'm saying? They all was in chains and they took over the ship. And you know, the Europeans was on the land and they rather walk into the ocean than be slaves. Chains on. They had the chains on and everything, y'all. Bottom of the Atlantic Ocean. So now you got people that's not educating us, African Americans, that they have a museum on the bottom of the ocean, of the Atlantic Ocean, ladies and gentlemen. IGBO warriors. And I'm going to show y'all, in memory of those who choose to see, the IGBO landing story. It's called the IGBO landing story. IGBO landing story. An act of mass restriction against slavery. A group of slaves revolted, took control of their slave ship, grounded it on an island, and rather than submit to slavery, proceed to march into the water and drown. That's these people here I was telling y'all about. Right? But what I'm getting at is they telling us that they was doing research on the Titanic. In reality, this is what they do, y'all. They go, it's a museum at the bottom of the sea. It's someone, you got to have money to get there. You got to have money to get to the bottom of the sea to do what, y'all? What are we doing at the bottom of the sea, y'all? What are we doing? What are we doing at the bottom of the sea? What are we exploring at the bottom of the sea, y'all? Huh? What are we exploring at the bottom of the sea? They telling us the Titanic, right? They telling us the Titanic, right? I'm giving y'all this information because it was shared to me. That they do tours, and as y'all know, they took, I think one of the scientists or billionaires took one of their sons with them on that mission. Go to the bottom of the Atlantic to do some science research on the Titanic, but in reality, we know what that's about, y'all. Well, I know what's about. I know exactly what it's about. I know exactly what it's about, ladies and gentlemen. So I'm gonna need y'all to do some research on the, like I said, the IGBO people who rather than become slaves, they walked into the Atlantic Sea and drowned themselves, y'all. But you got a lot of people telling us, what kind of shit is this, y'all? They torn the bottom of the Atlantic for what, y'all? See, we don't have the money and the resources to get to the bottom of the Atlantic to see, because remember, we lost hundreds of thousands of slaves crossing the transatlantic slave trade, y'all, that decide they rather throw themselves overboard than become slaves, y'all. Look, this underwater, y'all. It's underwater. This is underwater, y'all. This is underwater. I'm saying a sight to see something like that, though, ladies and gentlemen, on a submarine, and your parents got bread and they taking you underwater to see some. Wow. Just imagine, ladies and gentlemen. Just imagine history. You know what I mean? Like they know our history and they know our dislikes. That's why they always throw up these free events for y'all. Up Philadelphia, music fest, free, come on, and the niggas gonna show up in droves. You know what I mean? But never knew about this museum underwater about the IGBO people who rather drown themselves than become slaves, y'all. And that's a fact. But then I asked myself, y'all, they telling y'all they went down there, them scientists went down there, studied the Titanic and deterioration and the interioration and all that old decoration and foolishness that the news is telling us. But in reality, they're not telling y'all that it's a IGBO museum at the bottom of the Atlantic Ocean, right? We all know about the Atlantic slave trade. How many slaves we lost crossing the Atlantic slave trade, y'all? I'm just here to remind y'all, keep y'all on point, right? Let's see these. Here it is, y'all. This is what they was about, y'all. Listen, Titanic tore submarine. It was torn the bottom of the Atlantic, right? That's their specialty. That's what they do. They tore the bottom of the Atlantic, right? And here's a picture of the ship that they was in, right? But they never thought. But a lot of their colleagues is telling them that, yo, don't do it. They specialize in all. Their mission specialize. I'm telling y'all, in they passionate about science, passionate about history, passionate about recording history, the condition and deterioration of that, as they would say, the vessel, the ship that's at the bottom of the Atlantic. But in reality, some bitches went down there, he took his son, they got money, billionaires, they costed what, $250,000 for a trip to the bottom of the Atlantic to see the IGBO warriors who rather drown than become slaves. But they don't tell us this shit. But I'm here to tell y'all this. It was taught to me. It was told to me. You know? And we're gonna cover another story. Like I said, I just wanted to cover that to enlighten y'all. That as Malcolm X once said, the chickens are coming home to roast, right? Right? Went at the bottom of the sea looking for what you was looking for, and you found it. Because if they don't find them by Thursday, they said they heard noises at the bottom of the Atlantic. Yeah, they the spirits of our ancestors that's banging. You heard? They the spirits of our ancestors that's at the bottom of the Atlantic. For those who don't know, do the research on the IGBO people, IGBO warriors. All right, IGBO warriors. It was Africans who was enslaved to work on different plantations in the northern hemisphere, and they said, hell with that, I'd rather die than be a slave, right? But we covered that. Now I hope y'all do y'all research and don't let the news fill y'all heads up with lies, because that's all the news are good for, lies. Lies, lies, lies. And that's a fact. But the truth and the matter is, chickens are coming home to roost. Roast. That's what's going on, y'all. They go to space, they travel to space. What's to space? Elijah Muhammad talking about space, right? Back in the 60s. You know what I mean? Let's keep it 100. Elijah Muhammad spoke about aliens and all types of shit in the 60s. And what's going on now, y'all? You know what I'm saying? They doing trips to space. They doing trips that we didn't even know about the bottom of the Atlantic to explore and show their kids about our history of our IGBO warriors who rather drown than be slaves. See that, y'all? We didn't know until the submarine just got fucking missing. And I wouldn't have knew. We all wouldn't have knew that this is what they do. But I know about the IGBO warriors, though, that rather drown than be slaves. You know, it was pictures of that, of them at the bottom of the Atlantic. That's someone's sculpture. You know what I mean? Of them people, y'all. It's like a museum at the bottom. It's like, once you get down there, y'all, you'll be amazed. See, it was brought to me, my attention. I seen it, y'all. I was there. I traveled the bottom of the sea, y'all, of the Atlantic, y'all. You know, the spirits of the ancestors gotta be there, y'all. Spirituality is real, y'all. It's real. But like I was saying, y'all, we just breaking some news down here at Subaru Park. And I also wanted to talk about that brother that they not speaking about. The truck driver. You know what I mean? That lost his life. Why they just, I know, you gotta get the highway up and running and everything, but you don't really hear them speaking about that brother who lost his life, man. You know what I'm saying? But I know, I did hear in his community, they got a fundraiser going on, you know what I'm saying? In his community for that brother. Because I see Josh Shapiro, all the high electees at the crash site. I wonder if they at the brother's family, that brother who lost his life, transporting that bullshit. You know what I'm saying? That was transporting fuel, and that's what happened. But I just wonder if they, that crack, man. That crack, man. That crack, y'all. But I wonder if they showing the same support to that other family as they showing all that support to that fucking highway, you know what I'm saying? But they, his community coming together and they doing a fundraiser for his funeral. That shit been paid for. Ooh, y'all. Cause that's all they talking about, y'all, but they focusing on the highway project, getting cars back and forth, but they ain't even reaching out to the dude family, I don't think, y'all. It's for his community to come together to do a fundraiser for his daughter. You know what I'm saying? I just wondered. I'm just asking questions, y'all. I'm just asking questions because I see a lot of coverage about the highway. And it's like, okay, another nigga lost his life, okay. Sweep it under the rug, let's focus on this highway. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, y'all gotta pay attention, y'all. You know what I'm saying? You doing the work for Mr. Charlie. Like I said, Mr. Charlie got people to replace you, just like that. You know what I'm saying? That's a fact. Tired is up. Just like that, that brother lost his life, man. He probably loved his job and shit, his career, because he was a truck driver and shit. That was a career, fucking with that fuel. You know what I'm saying? But I just wonder, I know the community where he's from, they doing a fundraiser. I mean, shout out to that community, man. Because the news, like I said, the news only want y'all to hear what they tell y'all, fake shit. You know what I'm saying? Fake shit. They don't cover real shit. They cover fake shit. They have bamboozle y'all, fake news and shit. You know what I mean? That's a fact. It's a fact. Fake news. I don't watch that shit anymore. Fuck that. That shit bullshit. That news shit is bullshit, y'all. You can be an independent journalist and cover real, better stories than the fucking news, y'all. The news is bullshit, y'all. Straight bullshit. Huh? I say. Yeah, y'all, I don't listen to that news bullshit. It's like they covering 95 now. Now they covering the submarine. But they not telling y'all that them people was down there. Like they said, them scientists and billionaires, motherfuckers with bread they ain't got nothing to do with. Going at the bottom of the sea, going into space. For what, y'all? Our history is black. Man, they disrespect black. But these motherfuckers stuck down in that submarine and it's black down there, you heard? Facts. It's black down there. Straight up. Disrespecting black all the time. Now look where they at. The bottom of the sea. Bottom of the Atlantic. In darkness. When they travel to space. What's up in space? Darkness. Black. Black. You heard? And that's a fact. Yeah, y'all. So I just wanted to cover some stories to enlighten the peoples. Stay woke, y'all. Stay woke. And what about this old Hunter Biden character, y'all? Now look at Trump indicted on federal charges. How long they been indicting Trump, right? Look what they've been putting Trump through. But this motherfucker, Hunter Biden, get white privilege. Just like Pence said. The system need to be rehauled because it's showing us the white privilege that some white folks get. If your peoples are in a high position. This man had gun charges and all types of shit going on. Hold on, y'all. Alright, y'all, we back. These is his charges, y'all. Failure to pay taxes, misdemeanor. Failure to pay taxes, misdemeanor. Possession of a handgun by a drug user, felony. This man gets passed? Why? Because his dad the president? Huh? The white privilege that's played out right in our face. So I don't want to hear that shit, y'all. I don't want to hear that shit, y'all. Say, miss me with that bullshit. That's white privilege like a motherfucker. In our face, man. And Pence even co-signed what I just said about that. Because it's showing people that certain people can get away with certain shit. If your parents is in a high position. That's some bullshit, y'all. I told y'all, pay attention, y'all. The truth is coming out. That we are slaves on this motherfucking plantation. I'm telling y'all, pay attention. Pay attention, y'all. For real. This man gets away with fucking all types of shit. But we get caught with a fucking bag of weed. They ready to throw the book at us. You heard? And that's a fact. But they trying to legalize it, but they still gonna press the issue on you. They still gonna full court press you over a bag of weed. But here it is. Here it is. Y'all saying his charges. Failure to pay taxes. Carrying a firearm as a felon, right? Carrying a firearm as a felon, right? That's another charge. Matter of fact. Carrying a firearm as a felon. Come on, y'all, man. That's some bullshit, y'all. Then they said the Hunter Biden laptop. He was in connections with these bitches from China. You know what I'm saying? He was definitely in cahoots with them whores in Russia. You know what I'm saying? It's white privilege playing out in our face, y'all. And I don't give a damn what nobody say. I don't give a damn what nobody say, y'all. Good morning, how y'all doing, brother? I don't give a damn what nobody say, man. That's white privilege playing out right in our face, man. And that's a fact. You still say these people love you. These people don't love you. Shit, you a slave to them. Shit. If your skin ain't white texture, and you don't got money, and your peoples ain't in power, shit, nigga, you ain't nothing but a slave. Nigga, get out my face. They been throwing Trump under the bus for the last 2.5, 3 years. You know what I mean? But Hunter Biden get a pass? Come on, man. What the fuck are we living in, y'all? What the fuck are we living in? What world we living in? We in hell, y'all. You talking about you gonna go to heaven or hell? We already in hell. How about that? You ever thought about that? Look at the things that happen towards us, y'all. Look how they treated people. You know what I'm saying? Look how they been treating peoples for almost 500 years. And you say you free. Look at the shit they got going on that's being explored. We knew they was taking trips to the sea. I mean, to space. We knew that. But now they just got explored about taking trips to the bottom of the Atlantic to watch the IGBO museum that's at the bottom of the Atlantic. That's crazy. How many slaves lost their life in the mid-Atlantic slave trade, ladies and gentlemen? I'll wait. See? But Hunter Biden get a slap on the wrist. And they just indicted Trump once again on more federal charges. On more federal charges. You know what I'm saying? But Hunter Biden get a pass. A slap on the wrist. That's crazy, man. He's crazy. And all you hypocrite ass, bamboozling ass niggas. I seen y'all. I seen you niggas. Your wig is crooked. Your jerry curl had too much juice in it. I seen you niggas standing next to Joe Biden up Philadelphia, supporting his bullshit ass next election campaign. You niggas ain't learned shit because you niggas in a bed with him. That's why. That's why you niggas is in a bed with him. And I seen you niggas. I seen all you niggas that's in the bed with this motherfucker. Ask yourself, that crime bill in '94, did your peoples get a slap on the wrist? Huh? Ask yourself, black folks, did your peoples get a slap on the wrist for a '94 crime bill that Joe Biden put in place? The same motherfucker y'all kissing his ass and got his motherfucking Frank all down y'all throat? Y'all sucking on an 80, 90-year-old man, Frank? And that's a fact. I seen all you niggas. I seen all you niggas that ain't learned shit. And I can't trust you niggas. And that's a fact. But I'm in the video here. With that being said, stay awake, ladies and gentlemen. These people don't have no love for you. You ain't nothing but a slave to them. With that being said, you're welcome.